Back here in the Live Impact studio on WCNC Plus, so just in time for air traffic to get back underway and hopefully under control by holiday travel week. Also, speaking of the holidays, we need to talk about holiday shopping. One of the big events, of course, is Black Friday. That is November 28th. We want to make it enjoyable for you, not get scammed, not lose your shirt, your money, your personal information, all of that jazz. So we have Juliana O'Rork live in the studio this morning to talk to us now about a couple of these holiday shopping related scams, Juliana.
Yeah, so look, we're almost to Black Friday, which is kind of crazy that we're already almost to Thanksgiving, Black Friday. But we want people to be aware that, scammers like to come out this time of year, especially people are doing a lot of shopping. There's a ton of people spending a ton of money, whether it's online, in person. And so we want to make sure people know what to look out for on Black Friday when they're shopping. So, first and foremost, kind of make a plan. If you know there's specific things you're looking for, look in advance to see where are sales, what are the sales, check to see if it's a product you've kind of been looking at, look to see what the actual sale is, because you probably know what it originally went for, and now if places are saying, 20% off, 30% off, whatever, just make sure they haven't jacked up the price before they put it on sale, because then it's really not on sale like you might think.
Yeah,
right?
we see that all the time.
Yeah, so you want to do that. You want to read any fine print. So anytime you're purchasing something, whether it's online, in store, what is the return policy? Are you able to return it? Do they give gift receipts? If you're buying things for other people, we know that that can get a little tricky. I know sometimes I buy things for my mom, my sister, they might not like it, and I want to make sure that they're able to either exchange it or return it. So always read the fine print when you're purchasing things as well.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there is, it's the thought that counts, just keep the present, but.
Exactly, yeah. And another tip too is always check reviews. I know I was just walking in, we were talking, she liked my jacket, and I was like, girl, all the sites I order from, I always look at the reviews, not only just to see like what people say as far as do they like it, but how does it fit? What size did they get? Sometimes you kind of don't know, and you're like, oh, okay, well, if they posted their, measurements and stuff, that helps me to know. But also, if there's problems with the products, or if they're not getting what they thought they were getting, if the sizes are a lot smaller, bigger, if it's not a clothing item, if it's like an actual trinket, or whatever it might be, the reviews are super helpful.
I'm trying to be better about leaving reviews, because it's something I depend on so much, and
That's true.
I read them.
Yeah, I'm the same, and it's funny because I like constantly look at reviews, and then I do the same thing. I'm like, girl, I gotta leave a review. You gotta be a part of the community to provide the reviews and be helpful, especially if it's something you like, because we also know that like most people leave reviews when they either love something or they hate it. There's usually not much in between, and so you're either going to get one end of the spectrum or the other. But to your point, I know I need to do the same, because if I really love something, I'm like, I need to tell the world.
Right.
Oh, that's good. Yes.
It's something I depend on. I read like reviews, like it's just all the time.
Yeah, it's part of the smart consumerism to do that.
And it's also hard too, because there's so many sites online anymore, especially women's clothing. I mean, you get served so many ads. We talk about this all the time. You get served ads like crazy on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, and you get served these different stores, and you're like, well, that looks like a cute boutique. Is it legit? So you go to the reviews, and then it's like, okay, well, if they're only all 5-star reviews, is that legit?
Yeah, that's fishy.
So it's like you just kind of have to do a ton of research, and that's what I was telling as I walked in. I was like, yeah, you have to have some patience and some time, but it's totally worth reading the reviews, because then when you get the whatever it is that you ordered, you're actually really satisfied with
it. All right, I need to buy me some time to do all.
I know
to do all this.
The time, right?
But worth the investment.
Yes.
So let's talk about Cyber Monday, because after Black Friday, those scams online can even get trickier.
Exactly. And also when you're shopping on Black Friday, you can also kind of wait to see like, hey, is there a better deal in person in store, or is there a better deal online? And then are those same stores having Cyber Monday sales where maybe the price on Cyber Monday is even better than on Black Friday? You never know. So just be on the lookout, do the research, especially if it's a specific product, if it's a hot toy or something along those lines. We encourage you to sort of do the research across the board, because since Black Friday and Thanksgiving are a little bit later in November than normal, a lot of stores are actually going to start having their sales pre-Thanksgiving because there's not as much time after like there normally is.
Right, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right, so from shopping online or in person, the Secret Santa.
Yeah.
When you just exchange the gift, you pull out the name.
Yes.
I do it all the time with family.
Yes.
And it sounds like it's easy enough, and that will save some time and money because you don't have to get everybody a gift.
Right.
But there apparently is some warnings about this.
Yeah, so Secret Santas with your friends and family and people you actually know, that's great. When you see this stuff start popping up on Facebook, which we see every single year, the Secret Santa gift exchange, put your name and information and maybe a few friends and, send a bottle of wine to one person and you're going to get like 40 or 36 or something crazy like that in return. Those are all essentially pyramid scams. And, yeah, they're pyramid schemes. And you're probably not going to get the products that you think you're going to get. You're not going to send one gift and then turn around and get 30 or 40 of them. All you're essentially doing is giving away your personal information, which we always encourage people not to do. And there's kind of been different twists on this particular scam. So it started with, wine, bourbon. Now it's like a $10 gift maybe for your pet. Whatever it is, I know it sounds fun. I know it sounds enticing. If you really like that, get your friends together to do it. Get your family together. But strangers on the internet are not who you want to do that with, because once they have your financial information, or even just your personal information, that's
trouble.
One step towards identity theft. Exactly.
Trouble in the mix. So what kind of versions of this Secret Santa that we should be warned about? How do we recognize that?
So honestly, anything you see online that talks about a Secret Santa, if you don't know those people, it's a red flag. Don't participate in it. I know it sounds exciting. They've been around for quite some time, and every year we talk about how they're actually illegal. The USPS looks at it as gambling, basically, and so they are not legal in the United States. So don't participate them. Just ignore them if you see them. And it's a little enticing too, because you see a lot of people commenting, a lot of people sharing, and I don't know if it's just that people don't recognize, they don't know. They're excited. It's the holidays. Who doesn't love to get gifts in the mail? But it's not a good way to go.
And I can see the emotional connection if you're a loner or lonely and don't have too many friends, and you see something like be part of the sisterhood or secret Santa for your pets.
Yeah,
that's
what is
very inviting and kind of tempting.
Yeah, they had that one spin that's like for the good of the sisterhood, and you're like, what? It's
I don't
social
know
media.
you.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
we're
mean?
not sisters.
Yeah, exactly. So, the best thing you can do is basically just ignore it. Keep scrolling if you're on social media, but just know that if you provide that information and you do start sending gifts to people, you're more than likely not going to get them back, and now people have your information.
All right. Can you report these scams to anybody?
Yes, please report them to us at the Better Business Bureau. You can go to BBB Scam Tracker. We love to have this information so we can alert people, especially when we're seeing it specifically in our community. And so, let us know what you're seeing, what's happening. Even if you don't get taken advantage of, even if it's just something you're seeing, it helps us come talk to you all and be like, hey, we're seeing this on our Facebooks, we're seeing it on our Instagrams. Beware, it's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I'll do Secret Santa with you too.
Okay, deal.
Okay.
Deal.
No secret with this sisterhood, right? All right. Juliana O'Rork, thank you as always, bringing us the tips and what to know so you're not asking, where's the money? We know how that goes. All right. Happy shopping, everybody.